Starting at number 10, Second Life Ranker. Imagine climbing a mysterious tower where every floor hides deadly challenges and forgotten secrets. After discovering his twin brother's tragic fate, Yanwu enters the tower seeking revenge. It's packed with action, strategy, and satisfying character growth. At number 9, Magic Academy's Genius Blinker. Instead of overwhelming strength, the protagonist relies on quick thinking, clever tactics, and unique abilities to survive in a dangerous magical academy. It's a refreshing take on the school fantasy genre that rewards intelligence over brute force. Number 8 is Nano Machine. Betrayed by his own clan, Cheon-Yo-woon's fate changes when futuristic nanotechnology is implanted into his body by a descendant from the future. As the nano machines enhance his martial arts and decision-making, he rises through the ranks in one of the most exciting cultivation stories available today. At number 7, we have Trash of the Count's Family. What would you do if you woke up inside your favorite novel as a side character who's destined to get beaten up? That's exactly what happens to 𝙬𝙬𝙪𝙧. But instead of trying to become the strongest hero, Kale has one simple dream: to live a peaceful, lazy life. The only problem? Fate has other plans. Using his knowledge of the novel, incredible intelligence, and surprisingly great leadership skills, Kale keeps changing the story in ways no one expects. If you love smart protagonists who win with a strategy instead of raw power, this one is definitely worth your time. Coming in at number 6 is The Legend of the Northern Blade. This is one of the most beautifully drawn martial arts manhwa you'll ever read. After the Northern Heavenly Sect is destroyed, and his father sacrifices everything to protect it, Jin Muwan grows up in isolation, quietly mastering techniques that the world believes are lost forever. When he finally steps back into the martial world, every battle feels powerful, every sword swing has weight, and every victory feels earned. It's a story about revenge, honor, and rebuilding what was taken away. And trust me, the action scenes are absolutely incredible. At number 5, it's Raising Villains the Right Way. Now, here's a fun twist on the typical fantasy story. Instead of defeating villains, our main character is tasked with raising them before they ever become evil. Every decision, every lesson, and every interaction can completely change someone's future. It's funny, wholesome, and surprisingly emotional at times. Watching dangerous future villains slowly grow into better people makes this series feel fresh compared to most fantasy manhwa. Taking the 4th spot is The Greatest Estate Developer. If you've never laughed because of a manhwa before, this series will change that. Lloyd Frontera isn't your typical overpowered protagonist. He's an engineer who gets transported into another world and decides that instead of saving the world, he'll fix roads, build bridges, improve cities, and somehow make everyone rich in the process. It sounds simple, but the comedy is absolutely top tier. Lloyd's ridiculous facial expressions have become legendary. And somehow the story makes construction projects just as exciting as epic battles. At number 3, we have The Beginning After the End. Imagine getting a second chance at life after being one of the most powerful kings in history. Reborn as Arthur Lewin, our protagonist keeps all the memories of his previous life while growing up in a world filled with magic, monsters, and ancient secrets. What makes this story so special isn't just Arthur becoming stronger. It's watching him grow as a person, build meaningful friendships, protect the people he loves, and face heartbreaking choices along the way. It's the perfect mix of action, adventure, and emotional storytelling. And finally, taking the number 2 spot is Tales of Demons and Gods. Nie Li once watched the world fall apart before losing his life in the final battle. But instead of dying forever, he wakes up in his younger body with all the memories of the future. This time, he's determined to change everything. He trains faster than everyone else, helps his friends become stronger, and constantly outsmarts enemies who underestimate him. The mix of cultivation, magic, strategy, and satisfying revenge makes every chapter feel rewarding. If you enjoy protagonists who always seem to be 10 steps ahead, this is one series you definitely shouldn't miss. Number 1. Solo Leveling. What begins as the story of the world's weakest hunter transforms into one of the greatest power fantasies ever created. Sung Jinwoo's incredible journey from surviving impossible dungeons to becoming humanity's strongest protector features breathtaking art, unforgettable battles, and non-stop hype. If you're new to Manhwa, this is the perfect place to start. And that's our top 10. And whether you enjoy action, fantasy, martial arts, or clever protagonists, every series on this list offers something unique. Which one is your favorite? And which one are you planning to read next? Let me know.